Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer. This is the Propane 1 million RP King of the Hill Championship. This is going to be episode 49, featuring the return of the s2e49's Revenge. But before we get the battle started or any of the ships underway, I wanted to do just a quick spot here and show off the new map. This is the official Propane tournament map. Shouldn't really change anything as far as the map goes. We usually don't run into land, and this map is entirely water. So as you can see here, no land masses at all. And then it does have the 2 resource rings, but those aren't. They don't have any resources in them currently. They are set 1,000 meters apart, so it makes it a lot easier for me to just plonk down the ships in those circles, and I'll know they're at the right distance. And then the big change is that I was able to figure out the planet editor a little bit, and we now have resources. You'll see in the bottom of the screen there, every team starts with the same resources, so you get 2,000 natural, 20,000 natural, 50,000 metal, 15,000 oil, 20,000 scrap, and 5,000 crystal. I came up with that. I just kind of looked at all the entries currently on the mountain and their RP costs, and that's pretty much about where they're at. Gave a little bit of bump to metal because I know people like to use the ammo processors, and overall that gives us a little bit of resources to work with, so you can run ammo processors and do a little bit of repairing. And you're going to have to choose how much you're going to save your metal for repairs or for ammo processors. But I think that covers everything on the new map. There is a link to the download in the description if you want to try it out. Your ship should basically function as if you were in the vanilla unlimited resource designer. It is centralized resources, so there's no need for repair crates. It just kind of magically works. But that's enough about the map. Let's get the Return of the s2e49's Revenge loaded in. After retiring the last s2e49's Revenge, I tried a whole bunch of different designs. And honestly, none of them really worked out that well. None of them were better than the old s2e49's Revenge. And as you can see here, the Return has that familiar shape. It looks a lot like that ship, but it's been completely rebuilt. A little bit sleeker. It's a lot thinner, lower profile, moves better with the changes to drag. As far as weapons, it has these forward-facing laser-guided missiles here, and then it also has the single turret is a high AP railgun, shoots very rapid shells, and is able to fire at about 60 rounds a minute. And then underslung here on the bottom is a torpedo rack for taking out any enemies that happen to fall into the water. And then, as you can see, all around has the deflection shields for hopefully triggering inertial fuses and keeping that damage out away from the hull. And then it also has a internal shield, or the closer shields here are reflect, and it also has laser shields all around. So overall, fairly defensive and pretty fast. As you can see here, we're cruising along at 140 some meters a second. So a very fast vehicle. Not the fastest, but fairly competitive, I think. So here we can do just didn't mean to do that. Just a quick peek of how things are set up. We'll just do a little cruise through in case anybody's curious how this is all put together. Uses dedicated heli blades for maintaining its altitude, as well as a little bit for turning and pitch control. Lots of engines. The vast majority of the RP is spent on engines to power all the shields and thrusters, as well as that very hungry railgun right there. Alright, let's get this reset and get the battle underway. So we have loading in first here. We will load the Return of the s2e49's Revenge. And that's going to be taking on our current third place king, which is the Wedge by Macbeth. This should be a pretty good battle. These two entries are actually very similar. Actually, Wedge. Oh, how does the Wedge like to be spawned? I think it's towards and in the air. Oh, actually, it looks like the Wedge is broadside in the air. Give me just a second. I'm going to double check that. I want to make sure I get that right. No, it is towards and in the air. Okay. So I think we are good to go. Throw this on a different team. Alright, and here we go. This is the Wedge by Macbeth. Like I said, our current third place king. Very cool design. Just lots and lots of weapons on here. Very maneuverable and heavily shielded. Honestly, it's been so long since we've had an episode, I'm kind of forgetting how all these ships work. But that's alright. We'll get the interface off and get this battle underway. Ooh, I might have spawned that Wedge a little bit low there. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all. We're gonna restart this. Sorry about that. Want to make sure the I have the interface off. Make sure the battle is fair here. The Wedge a little bit higher, and we'll get the s2e49's Revenge right in that same spot. And yeah, we'll get the Wedge up a little bit higher in the air. Hopefully it won't drop down in the water. Alright, and getting this battle underway for real this time. Things sped up. Let me make note of the time. I do not think this battle will go to time, though. Oh, look at all those missiles coming out already. Oh, wow, yeah. s2e49's Revenge took a big hit from the missiles there. Looks to be dropping a little bit. So far, okay. Staying up in the air. You can see the parts scattered across the surface there. Let's get an initial damage report. Looks like we're turning the s2e49's Revenge all the way down to 98% already. Ooh, but the Wedge is taking damage. Wedge down to 97. Oh, wow. This is a very back and forth battle here. You can see both ships hanging out right around the top of the 90% and just firing away. See the Wedge coming in again, making a nice bombing run here. See if it can get some missiles off. And that is a lot of missiles released there. Looks like about 20. We'll see if the flares on the s2e49's Revenge are able to have an effect. It looks like a lot of the missiles are getting confused. Didn't see too many hits. Not seeing anything coming this way from the s2e49's Revenge. See the Wedge firing away. Really large caliber shells. You can actually see those even without the tracers. Not sure if that'll come through after video compression and all that. Alright, looks like this battle has settled down somewhat. Both entries sort of circling and doing a little bit of a scissors maneuver. You can see some of those shells exploding on the deflection shields. See, the Speedy Means Revenge fires, that main gun fires fairly slowly. I think it fires one round every like 5 or 6 seconds, something like that. And it actually has 3 different shell types loaded into the turret. Oh, big! Are those Yeah, that looks like big explosions going on over there. I did not see something has taken place on the wedge. Yeah, continued explosions there. Wow. Wedge having a lot of trouble. Let's get a another damage report. See the shields flashing. Alright, Speedy Means Revenge has healed back up to 100%. Wedge looking like it's in trouble at 85%. Still on the offensive though, and not falling out of the sky. See if it's able to recover. It's probably going to be running low on resources at this point. I'm not sure if it'll have enough on board to fully repair. Possibly if it is able to get some damage on the Speedy Means Revenge and steal some of the resources that way. See another explosion there. Oh, wow. Oh, and there it is. Very nice. That was a great battle. Very, very exciting. Unfortunately for the wedge, did not turn out in its favor. But we'll get this reset and see if getting the first spawn gives the wedge an advantage in the next battle. Alright, let's get the interface off, get this sped up, and get round number 2 underway here. See the Speedy Meanies Revenge firing its missiles, the Wedge firing its missiles, and just a huge alpha strike exchange here. See both ships eating missile shots. Ooh, looks like the Wedge got the worst of that one. I was thinking spawning it in first might give it a little bit of an advantage, but it actually looked like it took a lot of shots there. Let's get a damage report. Yeah, Wedge all the way down to 86. Speedy Means Revenge at 100%. The Wedge should have enough resources. That initial seed of resources there should be enough for it to repair if it gets the time. It's like the Speedy Meanies Revenge is going to push the attack, turning towards its opponent here. Let's see if it gets another missile volley off. It looked like the missiles were extremely effective there. See the shot there go completely through the Wedge. Yeah, I think I was trying to get to this before, and we had some explosions. But the Speedy Meanies Revenge actually has 3 different ammo types that it runs through its main gun. One of them is extremely high AP. I believe one of them is like a flak inertial fuse, and then the last is a rather nasty penetration depth round. So I'm hoping that the little change up is enough to kind of deal with lots of different enemies. so far it looks like it's been fairly effective against this wedge. Although honestly, I think the missiles are doing the majority of the damage. And it's definitely not too soon to count the wedge out. Wedge definitely pressing the attack here, the more aggressive opponent. Still, you can see it struggling there. Has taken some engine damage, and its shields are fluctuating. It's going to leave it vulnerable to those penetration depth fuses. See the s2e49's Revenge not able to make the turn there. The wedge is a little bit too agile and maneuverable, not letting the s2e49's Revenge get a full turn and fire its forward-facing missiles. But still, oh wow, huge explosion there. It looks like an APS turret got detonated, and the wedge is in serious trouble here. Let's get a damage report. Yeah, wedge all the way down to 59%. s2e49's Revenge at 100%. Oh, and we have a lost turret here. This is the looks like the top of the turret that was detonated. So the wedge is almost certainly doomed here. I don't think there's any way for it to turn this around. Possibly a good EMP strike, getting the s2e49's Revenge AI dead, I think is its only hope at this point. Oh no, don't do that. Sorry, my headset, it gets a little fuzzy sometimes. There's like a bad soldering connection or something inside. You can still see that, that turret falling in the distance. While we're waiting for this to end here, I want to invite everybody to participate in my newest tournament. I'm hosting it alongside the propane tournament here. We're going to have the 100K Party Boat Jamboree. It should just be sort of a fun little tournament. I'm hoping it kind of turns out like the pirate ship battle royale we had a few months back. I had a lot of fun with that tournament, and I think a lot of people that participated did too. Had some kind of zany designs, and just kind of a more laid-back and fun tournament. Not quite as competitive. I'm sure everybody's gonna be going for that win, but more of something like fun to do, something different. At 100K, you really don't have the opportunity to build sort of a juggernaut ship. You have to leave yourself open to taking damage and not being able to be 100% prepared for every situation. And I think it also allows new players to jump in. I mean, just about anybody can make a 100K ship. I think the challenge there isn't getting it big enough, but trimming off enough of the unnecessary systems to get under the limit. And man, the wedge here, I gotta say, is just soldiering on. It is taking a beating, and just continues to fight back. Refuses to go down. A real Rocky Balboa moment here. Very impressive. Let's get another damage report. Wedge all the way down to 56%. Yeah, we should trigger auto scrapping here fairly soon. And here we go. Here's another missile strike coming from the Speedy Weenie's Revenge. I think this may be all that is needed to secure the win here. See those laser-guided missiles coming in. Oh, it doesn't look like... Oh, they ran out of fuel short. Oh, I suspect we're a little high up here. What is the altitude? Oh, we're falling back down now. I think we were just a little bit high there, but that's all right. Oh man, this wedge. There we go. Finally, wow! Just fighting to the bitter end there. My head is off to the wedge by Macbeth here. A true warrior. Put on a great fight and fought to the end, even when severely damaged. So that is all for this episode. The Speedy Weenie's Revenge has the return of the Speedy Weenie's Revenge. I'm just gonna call it the Speedy Weenie's from now on. Has been successful, and in the next episode we'll see it taking on the Sword of Light by Xionics. We'll find out if those laser shields have enough power to withstand the Sword of Light. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and if you are, go ahead and join me in the next episode. Click on that next video.